The Duncan Walsh Advisors Story. Duncan Walsh Advisors was founded in 2013 by David Duncan and Tom Walsh as a way to provide the money management expertise they have provided to their personal clients for over 30 years and extend that expertise to the clients of the advisors within the Duncan Advisor Resources branch. David Duncan is the chairman and CEO of Duncan Financial Group, the parent company of Duncan Walsh Advisors. David is a certified financial planner and has over 35 years of investment management experience. Although he has responsibility for all aspects of the company's growth, his main focus is private wealth management, which allows him to help his clients develop, monitor, and achieve their financial goals. David graduated from Point Park University in 1979 with a degree in business administration. He received the professional designation of Certified Financial Planner from the College for Financial Planning in 1986. David has responsibility for the investment of over $250 million of his clients' funds. Thomas Walsh is the president of Walsh Asset Management, which he founded in 1999. He has over 30 years of experience in the investment business, including positions in portfolio management, research, trading, and marketing. Tom received the Charter Financial Analyst designation in 1989 and is a member of the Cincinnati Society of Financial Analysts. As a visiting instructor of finance at Miami University, Tom taught principles of investments and securities markets to seniors and graduate students on the Oxford campus from 2000 to 2002. He graduated from Miami University in 1983 with a BS in Business Finance, and in 1991, he received an MBA in Finance from the Broad School of Management at Michigan State University. Tom has responsibility for the investment of over $100 million of his clients' funds.
Hello, my name is Dr. Janan Duncan. With me today are two principals of Duncan Walsh Advisors, David Duncan and Tom Walsh. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
David, why should a financial advisor consider using Duncan Walsh Advisors?
Well, when you consider all the time an advisor needs to put into doing client meetings and relationship management and doing all the tasks to keep their practice in business every day, it can be pretty difficult to find the time to properly do the due diligence and research to populate their clients' portfolios with the proper securities. If an advisor is spending just a small portion of their time doing research and due diligence, are they really giving their clients the best possible outcome? Perhaps it would be better for all parties if the advisor was more focused on helping his clients set and monitor their financial goals and objectives and using experts for the portfolio management piece.
Tom, what is your take on this subject?
Well, as Dave points out, not only is it very time-consuming to be a portfolio manager, it requires a level of experience and commitment that many advisors with their wide array of products and services just don't have. In that case, it certainly makes sense to look to subcontract that out to an organization that you know and trust. But beyond that, with the DOL rules and fiduciary issues surrounding qualified accounts, and likely non-qualified accounts in the future, a fee-based approach is likely the best way for an independent advisor to go. It will also provide them with renewable business revenues that they can use to build their practice and its valuation.
Okay, once a financial advisor has decided to outsource the management for their clients, why would they want to work with Duncan Walsh Advisors versus the other option out there? David?
Well, I would say there's a couple of reasons. One is experience. Tom and I and the rest of the members of our investment policy committee all manage individual clients' portfolios and have done so for many, many years. The 16 members of our investment policy committee at Duncan Financial Group average over 23 years of investment management experience. We are accountable to our own clients for the decisions we make in their portfolios. And this investment policy committee evaluates on an ongoing basis all the different mutual funds, ETFs, stocks, and bonds that we put into our clients' portfolios. The second thing I would add is that we have a very consistent discipline that we use to select the securities in our clients' accounts. We look at the manager's style purity, we look at their manager tenure, we look at their expense and turnover ratios, and we look at how much of their own money does that manager have in his or her mutual fund. And of course, we look at performance, but we look hard at what has created that performance. Is it sustainable? Many times a manager will sector bet or style drift, which can lead to great short-term success, but which is not sustainable long-term in our opinion. We also analyze the growth in assets in a fund. We find that managers who are successful when their fund is small do not always achieve the same success when their assets grow rapidly. We spend a significant amount of time making sure that the managers we pick will be consistently solid performers.
Tom, do you have anything to add to David's comments?
I would add a couple other reasons to Dave's points. The first is that we have both active and index approaches. There's been a constant debate over time as to whether active fund managers or indexes have better performance. We provide mirror image portfolios for both, so the rep does not have to decide which approach is best for their client. If the client wants a moderately aggressive portfolio, the advisor and client can choose either an active or an index portfolio. Additionally, even in our index approach, we use a tactical overlay on our strategic approach. As we determine our overall strategic asset allocation, we set bands around how much of the portfolio we'll place in each asset class and the styles within each asset class. We will then weigh the relative valuation of each of the styles to determine whether or not to over or underweight, say, large cap versus small cap, growth versus value, U.S. versus international, and so on. We believe this tactical weighting helps us put more emphasis on styles that are cheaper, less on those that are expensive. Over time, we believe that will be additive to our returns.
Any final thoughts, David?
We believe we developed a unique product where our advisors have access to private label portfolios that are managed by experienced advisors who manage the portfolios in the same way they do for their own clients and have for over 30 years.
Tom?
The advisors have the added comfort of not only knowing the managers personally, but knowing they and their clients have access to the actual managers, which they likely don't have in the typical options available to them.
Thank you, Tom and David, for your insight and thoughts.
Thank you.